What is up, everybody? TheHunterGT with TheHunterGT.com. That's right, go check out the website. Got the rad blog over there, social media links, about me page, all that good stuff. TheHunterGT.com. What is going on today? Well, you can stop emailing me and personal messaging me. That's what's going on today. The Simplex is here. All the information coming up in this video for your viewing pleasure. I always like to look at the box first on these videos, these review videos. Not sure about that this time. Looks like Randy Macho Man Savage was in the back of the DHL truck dropping elbows off the top rope. What in the heck? Yours will come inside of a box, I'm assuming. A box inside of a box. This one was just kind of shrunk wrap real quickly, thrown in the truck, get it out to the Hunter GT so he can get his video up, his review up, and that's pretty much that. So it didn't fare well. Thank you, DHL, for the nice box. Simplex Plus, simply unrivaled, the first waterproof detector on the market, offering extreme depth and high-end features at an entry-level price. Simple enough for beginners, yet impressive enough for experts. Do you see? EX in red, experts, Simplex, X. Do you get it? Do you get it? All right. IP68, waterproof to 3 meters, 10 feet, wireless audio ready, built-in rechargeable battery, lightweight, 1.3 kilograms, 2.9 pounds. Those are the 4 search modes. All metal field park beach. Got a 2-year warranty symbol there on the top right. And let's look over some of the features. Iron audio for you relic hunters and you bottle cap lovers. Notch discrimination, frequency shift, vibration, backlit keypad, and LED flashlight. DD search coil, 28 centimeters, 11 inches round. Online firmware updates available. NoktaDetectors.com, and a huge shout out to Nokta Makro for getting this out to me and in my hands for this review. I really appreciate them. If you would like to pick one up, who are you going to call? Craig at Show Me Treasure, of course. Link down in the video description below. Let him know the Hunter GT sent you. That is Craig at Show Me Treasure. Information below. Without further ado, what do you say we open up this bad boy, run it through the old Hunter GT paces, some air tests, some nail tests, some recovery speed tests, run through the menu from top to bottom, and check out this Simplex Plus. All right, got it unboxed, laid out, everything sorted right here. So let's start left to right here. We will start with the SP28 11-inch DD coil here. It is a round coil, same size as the Amphibio. The AF28 is what they call that. This is the SP28 5-pin coil connection right there in a cross X pattern, as you can see. It does come with the coil cover included right there, so they got you covered right there. It is a great light coil, super deep. It's a wonderful coil, no two ways around it. A great coil, works wonders on the Amphibio, and it works wonders on this as well. So just a great coil. 2 telescoping rods right here, 1 aluminum. You see a little notch. You have to have that notch inside of the end here when you lock it down, or else you're going to have it come popping out on you. All right, and then the lower rod right there, and it has the little rubber grommet on the side. I placed those in earlier. They come in the bag with the coil connector right there, the little plastic coil connection thing. So there it is. Here is the unit itself. Let's take a look. We got the end here, a plastic arm cuff there, a little detector stand on bottom so it stays upright when the coil's on there. Locking collar there on bottom. There is where the shaft goes. Rubber grip, nice pistol, hard. It's like a hard rubberized grip right there. And let me tell you, these buttons are to die for. Oh my goodness, I love these buttons. Every detector should use these buttons. Every other manufacturer, if you're paying attention, every detector should have these buttons from here on out. Easy to use with gloves, easy to use with wet fingers, dry fingers, whatever. Oh, these are just fabulous, fabulous buttons. So there it is, Simplex Plus, Nokta Makro logo on the front there. Let's spin it around back. We have our speaker, little flashlight there right in the middle. And then on the right side, we see where it says coil, the 5-pin connector. On the left side, the 8-pin 8-pin connector is the charge port and for your headphones. Speaking of headphones, this is the WHP version. So it comes with wireless headphones. That's what WHP stands for, the green edition right here. Now they did update it right before release. It will accept green and blue versions. The older blue versions will work as well with the Simplex. How about that good news, huh? How about that? This thing wasn't even supposed to have ground balancing. They added that. It was just supposed to have tracking on it, or a fixed or tracking ground balance. They said, no, we're going to give you manual and quick grab as well. I mean, they changed like 3-4 things on this before release. People kept saying, we want this, we want this, we want this. Nokta Makro said, well, okay, if you can handle a delay of a couple more weeks, we'll do it. Oh, you want one more thing? Well, it's going to be another week or two. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, you want one more thing? Well, here it is. So this is basically like the people's detector, okay? This is like the people's detector right here. You asked for it, they made it, basically. They put it in here. They kept delaying it for us, for our request. It's bonkers. What other company does that? What other company is going to say, hey, guys, we want to listen to what you want in a detector, and then we're going to make it around your request, and we're going to delay it to add your request into it? No, nobody. In rant, in discussion, in topic, right there. Nobody else does it. So one thing I want to get out of the way with the headphones, there's 2 versions, right? $254 for the non-headphone version, $339 with the headphones. If you get the cheaper version, it comes with this little dongle right here, a 1/4-inch headphone jack right there, and then this 8-pin connector, 2, 4, 6, 8-pin connector. It plugs in, right there on the left-hand side. So that is where your headphones and where you charge it right there. This is coil side only, okay? Coil side only. So let me pop that back down right there. So you either get this or you get this, not both. So $254, it comes with the dongle. If you get the $339 version, no dongle. You'll have to order this separately if you want to use your own dryland headphones. Now, the waterproof headphones, they connect right in here as well. They will have a grommet on them, of course, to keep water out. So what else we got? We got the little strap right here, that your arm strap, if you so desire, USB charging cable and charging adapter right there for the micro USB charging, and the headphones as well. If you want to use your headphones, your own, if you want to wire these, not your own, if you want to wire these up, you run out of battery or something like that, and you have an 1/8 to 1/4-inch, or the adapter from 1/4 to 1/8 that you can connect up to this, you are all set, and you can use them dry as well. And here is the charging cable. As you can see, the 7-pin or the 8-pin in the bottom there. Same thing as this, the exact same pin connector on both of them. Why? Because it's headphone and charging both in one spot. So we got literature right here, a quick guide, we got the user manual, we got warranty information, stuff like that in the literature. Now with the telescoping rod, real quick, it goes from 63 centimeters low up to 132 centimeters extended. So that's 25 inches to 52 inches. So it's definitely a tall man machine. You can use this if you're a tall guy. I'm 6 feet and I have a couple inches easily of rod left for me. No problem. I'd say probably like a good 4 or 5 inches. I could still extend it if I wanted to. So yeah, it's quite extendable from 63 to 132 centimeters, and that's 25 to 52 inches extendable. All right, it's a 3-tone machine, 6 sensitivity settings, 12 kilohertz, and the battery on it is 2300 milliamp hours. So you're looking at about 12 hours of usage, and you're looking at about 2 to 3 hours of charge time. So without further ado, what do you say we run through the menu, put it all together, run through some air tests, some nail tests, all that good stuff. Simplex Plus, more of it coming at you. Well, there it is, all assembled, ready to go. Cable is connected. How about that? Don't worry about the coil job. It's just, or the wire job. I just wrapped it around real quick to get it together. So what a sharp looking detector. Slightly nose heavy with the 11-inch DD coil. However, ergonomics are fantastic on it. It's not going to burn your wrist out, make your shoulder sore, make your forearm go all crazy like some of these other detectors do. It is quite ergonomic. So watch this. I got the locks in the upward position. You want to collapse it down? Look at that. You just push it right down like that. And now, look at there. It is in its collapsed form, 25 inches. Man, pretty darn nice. I almost like it better like this, just to look at it, like just chilling in the corner or whatever. I almost like it collapsed down better than I do full extended, ready to use. I don't know. It just looks awesome. It's nice, portable. Just throw it right in the trunk, throw it in the back of the car. It doesn't take up a ton of room. I like it. I really like it. So what do you say we turn it on, run through the menu system? How about that? All right, so let's run over the display and the menu. 6 buttons to work with right here. We have left, right, which is negative and positive. It runs you left or right through settings. We have up and down, down being power button. We hold that one down to turn it on. Let's go ahead and do that while we're talking about the other buttons here. It takes about 5-6 seconds to boot up. We have settings button on the right hand side, and on the left here you see a reticle for pinpoint. This is also your ground balance button, and also a reject accept. You see the X and the check mark there for reject and accept of your notch. So it's pretty intuitive to run through it. It's real easy 6-button operation here. I'll show you here. So right away, the stock face that shows up, we have sensitivity on the left here. We have 6 total bars. It defaults at 4. So we can go up and quick presses down. Do not hold it down to adjust. You will turn it off, like I said. So quick presses of that button there to go up and down with the sensitivity. 6 different settings of sensitivity. In the middle, we have a line. That's where our ID pops up. Let's get a nail or something in the floor. There we go. Copper pipe right there. So 85, 94, you see that? This is our depth meter. On the right-hand side here, we'll see a few little arrows pop up. 5 total. Shallow targets will be 1, 2 arrows. Deeper targets will be 3, 4, 5 arrows. Battery meter right here on bottom, 1 bar missing, 5 total bars right there. On the top here, 4 different sections. What do those stand for? Well, those are our different modes we cycle through. All metal, right here, we hear the threshold there. Now, the threshold's always there. You can adjust it. However, it does get louder with the sensitivity. So it ties in to the sensitivity. At 2 or 1 bars, threshold is gone. All right. At 3, you can hear it start to hum. 4, a little louder. 5, louder still. And 6 being the loudest. And pretty erratic indoors. We got Wi-Fi, we got lights going, all that good stuff. So we'll bump it down here. All right. All metal, just what it means. It picks up everything across the board in one VCO modulated zip, zip, zip tone. Okay. You're going to pick up everything. Iron, non-ferrous, ferrous, mid stuff, it's all going to show up. It defaults to field mode. At 4 sensitivity is the default. So it defaults to field mode right here. In field mode, 5, 10, 15. Each of these blocks is 5 up top, okay? So 5, 10, 15 is going to be low tone. Everything else from 16 up to 99 will be a mid tone in field mode, okay? This is your relic hunting, you deep field hunters, this is what you're gonna use right here. It's made for not so much trash. It still works in trash just fine, but it's got a little bit more depth, less recovery speed than the park mode does from what I've seen. So speaking of park mode, one more over to the right. Now we're in park mode. This is 3 tones now. So 0 to 15 is low tone. 16 to 43 is a mid-tone, and 43 up to 99 is going to, or 44 up to 99 is going to be your high tone. Now, that's great for worldwide hunters. For us United States guys, I would love to see that mid-tone moved up to about 58 to 60 range where Indian head pennies are going to come in. I don't really need it so low. Basically, I'd like to see it a good 10 to 15 higher for us U.S. hunters. But like I said, they come out of Turkey here. They're a worldwide company. They're trying to market to everybody, not just United States guys. So you're not going to see 25 cent, 10 cent, anything like that up here. All right, so that's park mode. And then we have beach mode. Now in this mode, this is the only one that will ground balance all the way to 0. The other ones will go from 20 to 99 only. As low as they will go is 20. This one will ground balance all the way down to 0 if you pump the coil over salt, or you can manually adjust it down to 0 as well. Now you notice 3 black bars up here. It has notched out iron. That's part of the salt filter it uses. You cannot unnotch them. Okay, so everything is just going to be one straight tone on the beach here. You're pretty much digging everything, trying to find those gold rings. Okay, so it's basically like an all metal mode with just the 3 notches out there for 5, 10, 15, which is iron. Iron breaks at 15 on the Simplex. 0 to 15 is iron. So it's basically all metal with 15 out. Here's your all metal with threshold. Park mode is 2-tone, or I'm sorry, field mode, 2-tone. Park right here, 3-tone. So that's pretty much it. Now along the bottom here, what do we have? We're going to just hit settings button to cycle through all these settings. We just keep pressing it. See how we just cycle through all of them? It's got about a 3-second delay before it shuts off, so watch. And then boom, you're right back to your stock screen here. So you just have to key, if it starts over, you just got to start from the beginning and keep hitting that setting. So what is the first setting here? We have volume. We can adjust it from muted, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar. Now it will eat your battery, the volume. I recommend like a level 2. It's pretty much just as loud as that through the headphones as level 4, and it will be a great battery saver for you here. Ground balance. So now we're in ground balance mode. We hit this ground balance button. We can either pump it, and it's ground balancing to my floor, like the nails and stuff. So grain of salt there. But that's how we ground balance it, or we can manually adjust going left or right. See how it's jumping through intense? If I press the button, it's going through 0.3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 intense. So that's manual adjustment is right here with your left or right, your positive and negative buttons, or you just hold this reticle button down, pump the coil, and you're going to ground balance. Speaking of the reticle button real quick, let's go ahead and let this time out here. That is going to be your pinpoint button. So let's see what that does. It's like a target. As we get close, the circles disappear down to that little dot. Okay? That's how you know you're over a target, just like that. So back to this, where were we here? Iron audio is next. It has 3 different levels here, or 4. Off, on 1, 2, and 3. I like to leave it on 1 so the iron just doesn't come in all crazy, bump, 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 anything like that. All right. Next is accept reject. So your notch, you can run it through here. See along the top that little arrow bumping across left or right here? All right. So what happens if I push this button? Boom, I get a black box. We can add as many as we want. We can add them all through here, all those pesky pull tab range, all that stuff. Black boxes now are not detected. Clear boxes are detected. If I want to remove the black boxes, I just go back to them. I hit my accept reject, and look at them disappear now. Just that easy. Very easy to understand. Nothing to it. So let's say you're swinging over a target you don't want. Boom. You go to your menu here. Notch reject. Swing over a target you don't want. Hit this button. Boom, it's going to notch it out. See how it just notched out iron right there because it wasn't really getting anything. So there you go. Let's try to get one of these nails or that copper pipe in here. So let's try. So look at that. I hit the button and it notched way up from 65 to 70. Now it's going to end on that. So this first one is 0.5. Next one is 6 to 10. So see that second one now has 10 on it? It's going to end on 10 right there. See how 70's lit up or darkened out? It's going to end on 70. So right now, 65 to 70 is notched out. It ends on that number right there, 70. So right now, 65 to 70 is notched out. So I don't want that notched out though. I can just go back through and remove it. Put my arrow right underneath it. Hit this button right here. Boom. And now I'm back to wide open, basically. So it's pretty easy, the accept reject of the notch. Next one over, what do we got? This is going to be your frequency shift. Now you can't just slam through them real quick. See how it's not letting me adjust? It takes about 2 seconds for it to set itself, and then you can adjust it again if you're not liking that frequency. This helps if other simplexes are around you, other detectors, you're getting some EMI interference from a pinpointer, an air conditioner, whatever running. You can cycle through these 5 little shifts and it will shift it just enough to silence the EMI for you. Leave it at F3 if at all possible. It is the best running frequency. All right, so we hit it again. What do we have here? This is your wireless audio frequency. So your channel for your headphones. All right, we go to 0, and that means it's through the speaker now. You go back to 1, boom, right back through your headphones. So great for YouTubers that want to just really quickly go through and say, hey, check out this target, beep, beep, beep. Then you hit it back to 1, boom, right back through your headphones again, or 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're getting chatter from somebody else's headphones, you got 5 other simplexes around you running the wireless headphones. You got all these channels to work with here. All right, let's hit it again. What's this now? Vibrate. I don't know if that's picking up. Listen. So that is your vibrate off and on right there. A real neat feature. And then the next one here is our backlight. We can go off, which is 0 black bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to stay on all the time. And then we have A for automatic, which means it's going to go off here. But anytime I go over a target, see it light up. Anytime I change a setting menu, see it light up. Wait for it to go off. And the chatter's from the ground balance right there. And now it's off again. So automatic's a good one if you want to save battery but still need a backlight every once in a while for your adjustments or whatever. I usually just run it off. For the sake of this video, I'm just leaving it at 1 constantly. And then our our last setting right here is going to be our flashlight on the back. You can see turning it off and on. You can see it's getting the dog bowls right there, my little chihuahua bowl right there for my chihuahuas. All right, you can see it flashing off and on as we go back and forth. So that's it. That is the menu in a nutshell. Very easy, very basic menu, but just the right amount of features to make it a simple detector. So it's the type of features where if you're a beginner, you're going to say, wow, my detector comes jam-packed with features. I'm happy. If you're a high-end advanced user, you're going to say, wow, this little simplex comes with quite a few features that even my big boy detector might not have. So they've really hit a home run with this here simplex, I think, with the ease of use of the menu, the way it's set up. It's really intuitive. Oh my goodness, these buttons are just so lovely. I can't stop. Oh, I just want to funnel them all night. Yeah, they're great. They're great buttons. It's a great menu setup. Yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. What do you say we break out the ruler for some air tests? Break out some nails for a nail test. Some recovery speed options, stuff like that. Let's go have some fun. All right, to start it off real quick, will it hit the BB? Yes, but only in all metal. I'm just gonna cut to the chase with this little quick edit. It will hit it, but listen, I'm maxed out in all metal. You can hear the thresholds really going. So about an inch and a half, it'll hit it hard. And then the rest is this threshold dips out to 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. Listen. If I stop, it stops. Now let's listen at 5. You can hear the threshold dropping. 4. So yeah, it will hit the BB, but only in all metal mode. Let's go to field mode and try the rest of the good stuff. All right, so I maxed out in field mode. Usual suspects here. I got a small little screw here, a thinnest and smallest of 10K women's gold rings, a V-nickel right here, copper penny, a Indian head penny, rings up like zinc range, a silver dime, a silver quarter, and a large silver. So small, medium, large silver. And we have the variety of conductors here. So this is field mode, maxed out. Let's try this tiny little screw. There's that iron tone. Listen, bam, bam, bam. And we're getting it clear out to 9, 10. We're still getting hits. We're getting hits almost at a foot. Yeah, I can hear little cracks at a foot. So pretty good, pretty good. Let's try the ring here. Hear it modulate, hear it modulate. Lovely, lovely. Look at this ring, clear out to 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a good hit at 10. 11, you're digging. 12, it's just now starting to hit into a low tone and break up, but we're still getting hits out to 13, 14, I can hear it. Bonkers, bonkers. Depth is not an issue with the Simplex. V-nickel. We're at a foot plus. We're at a foot plus getting hits. No problem. Copper penny. We're getting hits at 12. Hits at 13. Hits at 14. It's like clear out to 16. I need a longer ruler. All right. Indian head penny. Again. Clear past 12, 13, 14. The modulation really drops, though, at about 11, 12. Well, still going pretty good hits. Man, that's good. That's really good. All right, a silver dime. We're getting good hits at a foot. We're getting hits past a foot. Depth is no issue with the Simplex quarter. Yep, well past a foot. And we're just playing now. Large silver. Look at that, like a foot and a half. And one thing it's really going to hit good, I think, is this French Synths. It's about as big as a silver, but yeah, mid-conductor. Bonkers. Bonkers. So there it is in field mode. Let's run it over to park real quick and run through it again. All right, now listen, it's going to be a little more digital in park, a little bit more of a digital. So this should be low tone. And see, we're definitely missing some depth in park mode, but the recovery speed is going to be much better. So about 9:10, I'm totally gone. Totally gone at 9:10. Let's try the ring. We're getting hits clear out to a foot still, but the modulation stops much earlier. 7, 8, and it's just more of a digital sounding tone. Hopefully it's coming through on the camera. Nickel. And we're still getting hits though. At a foot plus. Bonkers. Penny. Copper penny. Hear that high tone? Indian head. Definitely getting it out to a foot or so. Silver time. Dime. So definitely cuts off a little earlier, 11, 12-inch range. Quarter. Definitely cutting out earlier compared to field mode. No doubt about that. Large walker. And then let's try this big old French Synths. And we're still getting it out to 15 or so, but not quite like it was before. So definitely more digital, processed audio in park mode compared to field mode. Field mode's more of a rounded audio. Park mode's more of a jagged, just drop off type audio. It still has the modulation there, just not as good as in that field mode. So something to note for you guys. All right, what do you say we go run it through some recovery speed, nail tests, that sort of stuff, have some fun, call it a video. All right, little recovery speed test. I have 3 pennies on there. Now, like I always say, if it's coil width apart, it's recovery speed. If you're inside the coil, it's a separation test. So kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. It's a separation and recovery speed. A true recovery speed test should be coil width apart and swinging hard. If not, you're going inside the coil and it becomes separation. I hate to split hairs and get all wordy with it, but that's the way I see it. They are 2 different things. Can they tie into each other? Yes, but if you go check out my metal detecting 101 videos, I talk more in depth about the differences of why recovery speed test should be coil width apart, separation test inside the coil, obviously. But anyways, 2 birds with 1 stone here. How fast is it in park mode? Yeah. Anybody talking about XP Deus fast and Equinox fast and all this fast? Yeah, Simplex is that fast too, baby. Long 4-inch penny. Iron audio on it. Go ahead and put that Indian head on the long side right there. Can it hit it? Definitely hearing it. Cherry pick it. Definitely. Take it away. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's try the sideways here. This is harder. This is much harder. It wants to hit it. It likes the edge of the coil. So it really wants to hit that. I think once the other coils land, the smaller coils, and especially if they do a 7-inch coil, I think it's going to hit this test no problem. Especially with the 7-inch coil, because the 7-inch, the concentric coils like same plane trash like this, where the nail and the penny are on the same level. In an elevated test with the nail up higher, that's where the DD comes in. But I like this test right here. It tells you a lot about how it's going to work in heavy, heavy iron. I mean, that's a huge nail. That's a huge nail. It's not one of these little bitty ones that some guys use for tests. So anyways, there's the nail test. All right, if you go back, watch my Garrett AT Pro versus Technetics Patriot video. I did a test with a nickel, dime, nickel, dime. This is pennies I have here. It doesn't matter. It's a mid-tone, high-tone, mid-tone, high-tone. Why? Mid-conductor, high-conductor, mid-conductor, high-conductor. So I got it in park mode now that gets off the 3 tones. We're looking for mid-tone. That's the mid. High. Mid again. High again. So mid-high. Going this way, the other 2 left to right will be high, mid. Now the AT Pro struggled with this test. If you go watch that video, the Patriot did quite well. Let's see how the Simplex does. And these coins are a good inch or 2 closer than I had the other ones. If you go watch that video, they're spread out quite a bit more than this. Really good. Really good. I don't know if you guys can hear that on camera. It does bleed in a little bit, but I'm definitely getting 2 mid-tone hits, 2 high hits. So it's really good. It's doing better than what the AT Pro can do on this test right here, with the coins actually closer together. So it's pretty darn impressive. All right, there it is, guys, the Nokta Makro Simplex Plus. What are my final thoughts? Well, we saw the air testing was bonkers, clear up to like 1.5 feet on some coins. Just phenomenal in this price range, phenomenal. We saw the recovery speed testing with the 3 pennies. It's as fast as any detector on the market. Its recovery speed is blazing, lightning fast. There's $1,000 detectors out there, no problem. We saw the mid to high conductor test with the nickel penny. And I know a lot of guys are gonna be like, gee whiz, isn't that an easy test, TheHunterGT? Shouldn't any detector be able to pass that? Well, go try it. Go place out a nickel penny at 3 inches apart each, run your coil over it at a fast clip and see what happens. If you're getting 4 audio hits, hey, good stuff. High recovery speed, great separator. If not, might be a little eye-opening for you park hunters or you trashy hunters out there. The separation just might not be there, and it's great separation with this big 11-inch round DD coil. We saw the nail test. Before I hit record on that, I looked at my son. I said, I don't think it's going to pass either one of these, to be honest. With this big coil and for the price, I just don't see it happening. It passed a long nail test. I was quite impressed with that. It did not pass the down the barrel test. So am I deflated or defeated because of that? No. Number one, big old 11-inch DD coil. They said concentric coils are coming and smaller coils are coming. So, or I'm not sure if they said concentric, but they said other coils are coming. So I'm going to assume they'll have a concentric and smaller DDs. We'll definitely revisit that test then. Like I said, big old 11-inch DD coil. I'm not expecting miracles in separation and iron tests with this bigger coil. But it did pass the long nail test, and that was impressive. You go watch some of Calabash Digger's videos. A lot of detectors struggle with that long nail test with the Indian head penny at the end of the nail. They just can't do it. They can't do it. Why does this Simplex do it? I don't know. It's got the juice inside that makes it happen, baby. You've seen the other tests online at Detectivall and Pound the Ground, and it's reaching down and hitting foot-deep targets. So in mild to medium ground, single VLF, frequency 12 kilohertz, it's phenomenal. I'll have more on the beach mode when I go visit the Mother GT over at the beach. I'm not an all-metal guy at all. I'll probably never really utilize that whatsoever. So my final thoughts, though, for 250, 350 range, nothing touches it. Nothing. You have to go clear up to 600 plus to get anything that performs like this, especially being waterproof. I think it's going to say night-night to a lot of other detectorists or detectors. And I think that's going to really butt hurt some people. I'm probably going to get quite a few thumbs down for this video like I did my last one for the Simplex, but that's okay. That's okay. I get it. You go buy a new $500-600 detector last week, and then here comes the Simplex doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, I'd be a little grumpy too, I guess. So there it is, guys. Those are my thoughts. I think it's a home run. I think if you're a beginner with a budget under 400, 500, 600, there's only one detector to get. Here you go, right here. I think if you're an advanced user that already has a $1,000 detector, like an Amphibio or an Equinox or an XP Deus, those higher end detectors, Nokta Makro never said this was going to compete with it. However, this is a no-brainer for a backup, a no-brainer. I mean, I wouldn't buy anything else for a backup for my Amphibio than this, honestly. So it is what it is. These are my opinions only. Create and form your own. TheHunterGT signing off. Hope you enjoy these videos. I will see you on the next video.